welcome to Knock's Box. I am Knock himself. With me today, Cordial Rob.
Good evening.
Today has been an odd day.
A box has arrived again.
Well, there's a story here. I woke up this morning and I thought, yes, quiet Wednesday in the shop. The Sun and Moon Pokemon release is out today.
Everyone will be elsewhere,
And
twiddling their thumbs.
More importantly,
hard.
I get to sit and play it as well. It'll be amazing.
So he hasn't even managed to unbox them.
No. Then I went to work and I thought, okay, it's not too bad in the shop. Then I had Pokemon Sun and Moon arrive. And I went, oh, I'm going to open these up.
Never
Then
got into it.
Then I had the Magic the Gathering Plane Chase Anthologies arrive. And I was like, oh, shiny and new. Then I had Blood Bowl arrive. And I was like, oh my god, Blood Bowl. Obviously both of those are due out on Black Friday. And then Kickstarter, out of nowhere,
Another box
only like a week ago, we were looking at another Call Me or Not Kickstarter, which was complaining about how late it was. This was arrived early. The Others. This arrived today at about 10:30, and at 1 o'clock today, I got an email saying, your package has been posted, and we'll send you the tracking information as it comes. So, well, I've already got it.
They are very keen.
They are very keen.
Right, okay. This is the Apocalypse with the 7 Deadly Sins.
Yes.
I believe The Others was made by the same man who made Blood Rage.
Yes, it was. I know his name as well, but I'm reading it off here. Eric M. Lang. So it's the same guy who did Blood Rage. And Blood Rage was all our drafting mechanics and was amazing.
So,
Yes, there's a lot of stuff here.
we're doing this in 2 parts.
We'll start with this.
The main box, which contains the sins of pride and sloth, as well as 7 heroes, a plethora of monsters, tokens, plastic tokens, coloured bases, custom dice, 70 cards, story cards, dashboards, more boards, city tiles. Good grief.
With me and Kickstarters, this is one of the more recent Kickstarters I've backed. It's actually got very quickly here. I've stopped buying all of the add-ons and just kind of getting the freebies and the main game. And I swear I did not order this many different add-ons. So a load of these must have been freebies. Because we've got all 7 sins here. We've got Pride and Sloth in here.
Yeah.
You have Gluttony, Envy,
Wrath and Lust.
and Greed up here.
Yeah.
And then 2 more teams full of heroes.
And there are extra monsters in those boxes as well.
And cards and stuff. There's
Indeed.
all sorts. So, shall we pop these to the side to begin with? So we have Beta Team, Omega Team. You'll have all 7 sins. Well, 5 and 2 sins in here. It's still shrink wrapped. I did very well not to rip it open as soon as I got it. Because I must say, from the artwork, it's the darkest looking game I've seen Call Me or Not do. It's not friendly.
This is a 14 plus game.
Yes.
However, I feel that when you're explaining some of the models, the audience would have to be possibly a little older and possibly...
I wouldn't want to have to describe all of the monsters to some of the kids that come to our D&D groups, so to say.
This will probably be a not safe for work video, purely
Yes.
because some of the content and the artwork. So
Well,
that is a warning beforehand.
It's 7 sins, and they're also vaguely Cthulhu-y. So I am very expecting a vagina monster. If there's a vagina monster, I'm going to be happy, because that always makes me giggle. Oh no, we can't look at those till the video 2, Rob. That's the second part of the video.
Do you like tentacle porn?
Has anyone ever said yes to that? Oh, actually, I love a bit of hentai in my spare time. No, Rob, no, I don't.
You may be seeing some of it in this. Just with
So-
less... Well, actually, no, there might be more sets of eyeballs.
As you'd expect from Guillotine Games, Call Me or Not, and Studio McVeigh, these are excellent. The boxes are well structured.
With lovely artwork of the different cityscapes.
Oh yeah, you've got different
and
cities around
cities, towns.
it. Rule book, Rob, you like rules.
Oh goodness.
Tokens.
Well, they don't look disturbing in any way, shape or form.
So...
Oh, even better, there's a nice big thing on the back, which is the rule summary.
Nice.
So, cheat sheet for days.
It seems a fairly simple game where it's I create my dice pool, you create your dice pool in combat, and then you compare results.
That is the contents of the box.
Well, that's quite a lot.
It's quite a lot.
That werewolf looks a bit janky. Sorry.
This is what I will judge them on very hard, because I personally really like werewolves, but finding a decent werewolf model is difficult.
I saw the video. I saw it on the Kickstarter, obviously. I had not realised how big these boards are.
Well,
that
that's
tell you what you're doing. This is
the game board with the
each of
setup,
these boards is a different scenario, and you get a bunch of them. And each one has, it's kind of like the old video games, where once you complete stage 1, you choose if you want to go to 2A or 2B.
Yeah. So it's things like, I believe it's upgrades or corruption or killing things.
Yeah, you have to do something to complete part 1, then you choose either part 2A or 2B, and then have to try to complete that, then move on to 3. So yeah, there's what are there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different missions, and on the back, each one has 2 maps. So, oh no, yes,
yeah,
you don't use 2 maps. You use one or the other, but do the same mission. So actually, that's already given you a whole load of different playability. Sorry, I keep hiccuping. Me and Bob have just had a wonderful Indian meal out together.
It's very pleasant.
And so you will excuse the fact I'm a little bit hiccupy. We have, again, amazing quality card tokens. In fact, you know what? These feel a lot like the Dead of Winter tokens. I think a lot of companies are moving to using the same really
Card
good quality card stock.
Well, what's odd is that it looks they've been sort of pre-weathered.
Yes, all the tokens have kind of been battered and scraped just a little bit. Not enough to get in the way, but just so they look thematic. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, and then we get to the box. And it's really well organised, different sections, and straight away there's a giant monster. That looks amazing. That's,
as I said earlier on, this is going to be one of those where you're going to have to be very careful with who you play with.
They are horror, really horror figures.
The Cthulhu-esque specials, because that, I believe,
numbered.
is the avatar for Pride.
No, I don't think that's Pride. I think it's the other one. Greed, is it, that comes in here?
No, it's Sloth.
Oh, it is Pride, you're right. Yeah,
I've
sorry, it's
got
not
Greed
Sloth,
over here.
Sorry, it is Pride. Rob is right, I am wrong. That happens too often.
I read the back of the box a bit.
The detail actually is really good. I thought it might have a bit of a flat kind of skin, but the skin's done like a rhino hide with them pustules.
To be honest, after the Cthulhu game with those
Cthulhu
models,
Wars, that was amazing.
people are really putting up the level of detail, and you know, this is going to sound awful. Even the buttocks are well detailed.
Actually, the buttocks are exceptionally well detailed. They all have little spots.
Exactly.
I'm not quite sure how that's Pride. We know one thing.
Pride goes before a fall.
Yes, but I don't know. I don't look at that and think, oh, I don't know, how would you do Pride? It's an amazing figure, but it looks very Cthulhu-esque. If someone told me that's an interpretation of an elder one, I would believe them. It's really cool. I like that figure.
I could believe if you said it was a sea monster.
So that's the big centerpiece figure for the game, I'm assuming, as it has its own area.
One of them.
Then we have a pile of cards, which you use to play with them. Equipment cards, zombie cards.
There are multiple types of cards in this, aren't there? If I
yes,
remember
different
correctly.
equipments and...
So you... okay, right, here's the easy one. You have 2 sets of dice. You have the dice for the Sin player, which are green, and then you have the dice for the heroes, which are blue. And they have slightly different things on. So the heroes ones have shields, anti-corruption, fighting, and fighting crit.
Oh yeah, the critical's like an explosion. So on each one, you either get a blank, does nothing. A hit does one hit. Shield does 1 block.
The eye does something
you have...
as well.
Sorry?
There's an eye on the hero one.
Oh, is there an eye on the hero ones?
Yeah, because I don't...
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Give me
Yeah, so you've got anti-corruption, which cancels the corruption on the sim player. But it sounds a bit complicated, but actually it really is. I create my pool of dice, you create your pool of dice. We roll them off, and most of them kind of counter each other. So your blocks block my hits. Your anti-corruption block my corruption. Mine's about being really offensive. Yours is kind of balanced more to defensive and offensive.
But the thing is,
I haven't got any blocks on mine. I only have hits, corruptions, and criticals.
However, I believe that you have to kill things outright.
Heroes take wounds. Monsters have to be completely killed in one sitting, or you might
fight
have
them
no
again.
damage. Yeah. So that's a pile of cards and bits where you look at what the eye does. This is another box.
That should be
this
that's
is
the
hero.
heroes.
And the coloured bases that we've seen in a fair few different games
They are
now.
getting very, very popular now.
It's very useful, so then you can have your own colour
It's got
denoting
colour
what you've done.
coordination.
Oh, colour coordination.
So yellow is leader, blue is shooter, red is bruiser, and green is fixer.
Well, there's also colours that aren't on there. In fact, there's 2 blues, 2 reds, 2 greens, 1 yellow, and 1 black. Oh, you only have 1 leader.
You only have 1 leader. You can have
Okay.
2 fixers, 2 shooters, 2 bruisers.
Oh.
Because you only have the 7.
Yes. And the other thing is what it's...
The black one will then be for the leader or the controller, who is
bad
the
guys.
leader of the squad of corruption abomination.
I think he's like I would say the summoner that's kind of bringing these out and controlling them from afar. But what I did see there is they have recommended number of heroes to use per player, depending on how many players you use. So if you had a 2-player game, it's 1 Sin, 1 playing heroes. If you have a 3 or 4-player game, you have 1 Sin and then 2 or 3 people playing heroes.
Yeah, and then the Sin is working hard.
Yeah, it's a from my understanding, it's much more a me versus you game than the normal. Let's get together and have a really fun game. It's much more you are playing
your throat
tactically
out
against
if
each
you're a
other.
hero.
Rob, you are missing out on some very average
I have
figures.
found the rolling dice.
Okay.
So for the Sin dice, we have corruption, hit with burst and blank. For the hero dice, you have hit, counter corruption, defense, skill, or faith.
Oh, skill is when you roll dice and you're on a space that has a token on it that would affect the board somehow.
Yes, because
there are tokens.
They're double-sided, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, so they can be extra turns, pentagrams,
Fire.
And
I think there's corruption ones as well.
There's corruptions and there's innocent civilians.
And so those let you remove the ones you don't want on there.
So it's only the Sin player can, in theory, fluff a dice roll with blanks, because the hero has something on all sides.
Although in a combat, their skill are basically blanks, they have no effect.
Yeah.
Unless I assume there's probably upgrades that say they do. It seems something they'd be silly not to do.
Yes.
The figures from afar are really good. Up close,
they're a bit jelly, baby.
I don't know. Actually, I've said that. Then look at that guy. He actually has all the detail. I think actually they're pretty good. The problem
It's the colour of the plastic.
It's the colour of the plastic. These are going to have to be painted to bring them out.
Oh yes, because you get all the texture on his trousers.
Yeah, like this lady's got her own socks sculpted or pull-up tights. I think if you were just to leave them this whitey blue colour,
it looks like
blue
a bit
naff. Yeah, it does.
It looks like blue tag.
But actually, when you get really up close, which you're never going to see on a camera, I don't think, unless maybe with macro lenses, then actually they do have detail. This guy with a massive kind of almost cloud sword from Final Fantasy has all of his muscles are actually individually sculpted. He's got a full-on six-pack if you look, but sculpted well.
And I'm holding in my other hand, as he is a werewolf, his werewolf form.
Oh yes, that's the hero that can change to be one or the other.
Flip between.
Which is really smart. Oh yeah, there should be some hero boards somewhere because
we haven't got that far down in the box yet.
So werewolf, this is what we're normally going to whinge about because animals are hard.
Fur is difficult to sculpt.
This fur isn't bad. We've got a bit of a nasty mould line. Oh no, that's just loose, is it?
It's not a triangular special then.
No, it's not a triangular special.
Good, that makes me rage.
Actually, to be fair, it's not bad fur. What they've
what
done
would you compare
well
it to in the market.
Ooh, I would say it's above Mantic's fur, but not GW fur.
I was actually thinking Reaper.
Reaper are excellent. I quite like Reaper.
I think this is more the Reaper sort of style of beastly human, where you've got part muscle, part
that's
fur.
what I was going to say. It's what I like is the fact that on the areas that it may be difficult to do the fur, instead
done fur.
They've gone to him having flesh and muscle and sinew. So actually, has he still got the same kind of muscles?
He's got the same blade. He's got just enlarged muscles by the look of it, and he's still got his pendant around his neck.
The muscles that are prominent on one are still prominent on the other.
Yeah.
Just really, Actually, it's in a bit of an odd kind of pose
because he's standing on his own sword.
and it's got kind of like a giraffe neck. It's got a very long neck for a wolf, but actually, it's growing on me.
You can easily see the transition from him being human to him being.
When I saw these figures, I was going to pan them. I thought these look god awful. They have no detail. But actually, it's just the coloured plastic they're in. They have the detail inside.
The dress with all the folds.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Yeah. So yes, they need painting. If you're going,
This guy's a very sci-fi gun.
You can.
Is there sci-fi stuff in this?
I believe
we'll have to look.
Hang on, I will cheat. I will look at the front. He has some form of laser
That's
rifle.
Gauss, isn't it? The way it's got the bits coming off either side.
It could easily
That looks
be.
like a Gauss weapon.
It could be. I know there's a railgun upgrade in here somewhere.
So actually, that's pretty smart.
Yes.
And I'm not going to pan those models. The models, when they're base coated in black and then painted, will look 100% better.
Because there's plenty of detail.
Yeah, the
to
detail
pick
is
up.
there. So that's pretty cool. And that was the heroes.
Come on, that gun.
Oh, well, we've already seen the best model in it, so I'm not really sure what I'm expecting from this.
The more grotesque rank and file. Oh, and there's some gimp children.
Oh, sorry. I've seen something that looks amazing to begin with.
Is that?
Oh, those are all the counters from the... Okay, so whenever you have to put counters on the character cards, or anything, rather than giving you plain counters, they've given you little sets of tentacles coming out of the ground.
I'm going to have to open that up to show
Yeah,
you
you
them
are.
later
These
on.
are really nice. I'm sorry, I love this sort of thing. It's
Well,
the
just a
little
bit of
details.
added detail.
But when, instead of having to have those cardboard tokens that fly everywhere and just look a bit naff, instead you've got plastic tentacles coming out of your model.
To show how badly it's going.
Yeah, so when you use that to add corruption, it's just gonna gonna look more corrupty. Right, we have one each. So they are different colours, so I assume different sins?
Well, this is
no.
Hell Children.
Yeah, the with each sin, you choose your sin, and that gives you the avatar and the abominations.
Yeah.
You then choose a separate one, which are corrupted, like nuns, hobos,
Doctors.
and doctors, nuns, and hobos. And so then, so these are the generic
right,
ones.
okay. The red ones are the Hell Club figures, because if you
Oh,
do
for the big mission at the end.
The final mission is you're up against the coming of the Hell Club. And this is the models that come with that.
Yeah, these are very cool. So you've got, is that maybe a bionicle woman? Her hand's a bit wrong. I don't know what they are. These are the acolyte figures.
I can probably find
Oh,
out
you've got a set of
here.
cool twins.
The Gimp twins, yes.
Oh my god, yeah, what, they're actually in bondage gear.
Yes,
Yeah, this is not a PG game.
that is them.
You've got, what are like dwarven children in bondage gear.
So that is...
Yeah, okay. This is not one I could
And then-
explain to a mother.
There is the rest of them.
Yes. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You
So-
can see why they're the members of the Hell
So
Club.
what? So these are the generic bad guys, are they? In the beige, that you can take that set with any of the sins, I believe.
Okay, so you've got 6 corrupted doctors, 6
Yep.
corrupted hobos, 6 corrupted nuns.
Yes, that would be these.
You then have 8 pride figures and 8 sloth figures.
So the pride and sloth. Oh, okay. So obviously these go together. So you've got 2, 4, 6.
And then you've got the controllers.
Oh!
The controllers are the interesting thing. So pride.
So pride is these tentacly guys.
Pride is the
Where you
tentacle
have
guys.
6 human-sized tentacly guys, and then 1 deep-sea diver-looking controller who actually looks like he's reading the Necronomicon.
It does actually look...
Oh, that's really cool.
The artwork for him is excellent. If I can
I
find it.
might
again.
have to ask Dan to paint these for me.
That's him.
That's really cool. Oh, he's holding a tesseract. He's holding a tesseract cube in his hand.
Yeah.
But in here, he's got a
Holding
book.
That's probably easier to model the book, to
Probably.
be fair. But, you know, he's definitely, you know, on the deep one scale.
So the actual size of the model base doesn't make a difference, does it? It's just how they look.
It's just how they look.
And the models are excellent. I'm really impressed with the quality.
That is the avatar of Sloth.
These are much nicer than the Zombicide figures. And Zombicide figures aren't bad, don't get me wrong, they're really not bad. But these have a lot more detail on them.
I'm not sure about the ones done in the red. I feel that...
I don't know, I think a lot of it is the colour of the plastic makes it look odd. Once you've based them or painted them, I think these can look amazing.
Well, they've done all the...
As I say, I'm going to ask Dan how much he's going to charge, because this would look so good pre-painted.
They've done the veins on his back and stuff like that.
Have they? So it's already popping out.
Yeah, so he's got little veins.
Oh, he
popping
does,
out.
yeah.
So he's like Bane in that sort
You
of
know,
sense.
varicose veins, he's just an old man with trouble.
He looks like he'll cause a lot of trouble.
Okay, so these are cool.
Yeah.
I think that this is good. This is a pretty smart set. So which way round did they go? That way? No.
One and then onto 2, I believe.
Oh yeah, they're numbered, aren't they? 1, 2.
Yeah. It's one of the things that it seems game companies seem to be doing really, really well at this sort of odd storage thing now.
Plastic hearts for life counters.
Yeah,
for
how many wounds you've got.
Yeah, and there's enough there.
Then you've got corruption counters as well. So you've got 20 wound markers.
Yeah.
7 tentacle markers.
Yes. So actually, this is a lot of figures in the main box. What else is in there?
We've still got several things. So we have got 2 more piles of
Stuff. The thing is, I'm not feeling Kickstarter overload from this. I know we've got a lot of different boxes here, but actually, as a game, this doesn't feel unmanageable. The actual number of tokens is too small, well, smaller sheets.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is a game I could get out and play with fairly quickly. I understand the basic rules from what I saw on their Kickstarter. And now these should be...
You have the
These
tiles.
are the tiles, and then... these are the corrupted guys.
So nuns, medics, and hobos.
The other half of what you take as a Sin player. As a Sin player, you choose which Sin you're playing as, and then which corrupted group you take.
And then we have a selection of 7 sins. Yeah. But the thing is, you've got 7 scenarios. Each one has 2 different map layouts. You've got
And choices in the actual mission.
and choices in the actual mission. And then you've got, as a Sim player, for each, so you've got how many? That's 14 choices so far. Then you've got another 7.
Yeah, okay, lots.
Yeah, lots.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of
lights.
you
Yeah,
have
there's
a
a lot.
lot of replayability in this.
So the actual board's going to be fairly small. Because most of the looks look like they had about 6 of these boards. And these are... What'd you say? 8-inch boards? 6-inch boards? 8-inch?
Yeah, let's begin on that. But they're not particularly big.
I don't know, it's going a bit of a way, but they are probably quarter-size Zombicide boards. Zombicides are big boards, aren't they?
I don't...
Zombicides always feel about the size of 4 of
Yeah,
these.
Zombicide feels about one of those. So they're not really that much smaller. But what's a bit of odd when I found this...
the backs are lovely.
The back is a cityscape.
Which looks very nice.
Yeah.
Although actually...
I'm not a fan of the top-down view system they've used.
Considering the amazing artwork on the rest of it, these look very... not impressive.
Right. Game boards. They have a set of different things on them. This is including city upgrades, where you get special abilities for being on them.
Yep.
Some of them generate their tokens. Some of them have odd things like metro or satellites. Orbital strike.
I'm sorry, these boards, I feel the quality's excellent, but the actual artwork, I just don't think is anywhere near as good as the rest of it. The artwork in that is blinding. The artwork in that is all very crisp, very detailed, very clear.
Very horrifying.
These are all very, like, you're almost looking at it through a fog, I guess?
It's from what I've seen of it, it's a very simplified move system.
Oh, absolutely. It's the same as Zombicide move system.
Yes.
But although the odd thing is, each of your characters, sorry, I assume you're going to be the good guys, each hero has 2 actions.
What do you mean you're going to be the good guys? I'm going to murder you in your sleep.
So each hero gets 2 actions, and they take it in turns to do 1 action each, go round, so they go round twice.
But then the Sin player can react.
Yes, because the Sim player doesn't get any actions as per se. They have
No.
reactions they can do at certain points. I'm not going to be able to open this one. I have to go to teeth again, I'm sorry.
Oh dear. So, city actions. So each tile has different images on. So it could be things like heal, repent. So you move your corruption token on your character down a notch. Extra turns. So extra turn token placed on the hero dashboard. Inventory. So upgrades. Orbital strike.
Now, one of the great things about this, they've got pop-out points where you're going to put the corruption counters, but one of the great things is corruption is something you actively will choose to take.
Occasionally.
Because when you're in combat, you can choose to take a point of corruption. If you do, you get the bonus that's underneath it and every bonus that's been before it.
However,
So when you're quite high up, you get a
something.
huge amount of overpowered abilities for taking corruption.
There is a downside to this. If
Yes.
you have 7 corruption, any further corruption points just come as wounds.
And wounds.
You cover up your bonuses.
And it's once those are filled with wounds that you die, and you move to the next hero.
Because you have to, the sim player has to kill all 7 leading heroes.
Yeah, to win. But that being said, it still looks like it's only going to take about 2 hours to play.
Well, that's true. Where's the
Yes,
werewolf one?
this is it.
Alright, this is the
This
important
is
one.
Carl. Has all of his stats and all the information, and a really clever small piece of cardboard to slot over the top to make him the werewolf. Werewolf, not werewolf. Werewolf, not werewolf. That is really cool.
It's a very clever bit of work.
It's just so simple, and it makes a massive difference. Yeah.
What I quite like is, we'll do those second.
What are
Is
these?
on those.
Those are the rules
Yeah.
for the sin you've chosen to
So
take.
this is the alpha team, and then later on, when we show you the back of the boards for the omega and beta team.
Oh, they're different backs.
Oh yes.
And so this is how it works. As the heroes, you get a board per hero with all your stats. As the sin player, you choose your sin, and then you choose your acolyte group, which are the corrupted hobos in this case. And then that gives you your playing board with all your information.
From your dice to roll for characters, defense dice.
Special abilities.
So you were saying about, people running in trying to be the hero. They
Yes, with
lose
their pride.
defense if they do that.
Yes, with pride, if someone's on their own, they actually get weaker.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all about overcoming your sin, I believe.
Yeah, whereas if you look at the sloth, it slows them down.
No, I don't know what this is, but it looks amazing.
This is the apocalypse track.
Just that name gets me excited. Apocalypse Track.
This is to do with,
Oh, I didn't open that set.
we have several cards, so on here there are corruption cards, event cards, and apocalypse cards. And the apocalypse tract is one of the ways that as the sin player can win.
So the Apocalypse Track. So in this example, Heaven's Last Stand mission, it says end of round, raise the Apocalypse Track by 1. Then raise it by 1 again if any number of heroes were killed that round. So this is the Apocalypse Track, and as it goes up, it has each time it goes up, it does something like revealing another Apocalypse card, and obviously that takes effect. And there are ones where Sin players get an extra reaction every round.
Yeah.
Ones where the Sin players get an extra dice every round, in every fight.
Cool.
And at the end, when you reach 7 Apocalypse markers, each hero takes 2 wounds and 2 corruption at the end of each round. So that is when you're desperately trying to fight before the Apocalypse comes.
Yeah.
Once the Apocalypse comes, it consistently hurts you, like the
Unless-
Crowd of Command spell in... the Crowd of Command in Talisman. Each turn, it's going to seep life off you, give you more corruption until you win.
Or fail.
So actually, as the Sim player, you want to get this up as quickly as possible, obviously. That's your main win con.
Because I expect the apocalypse cards are where the fun things are at. Though, to be fair, looking at some of the models, like in Wrath and, Gluttony, there are some very large, angry-looking models.
Yes.
So I can easily imagine it's not overly difficult, to quickly rack up the wounds on some of the heroes and kill them.
So I don't know if this is going to be the same on all of them, or if it's just in the ones in the starter set. Okay, in the starter set, both the sins, the stats for all the monsters are the exact same on both sins. Same as with the corrupted choices, the stats are the exact same.
Yeah.
So that's going to be easy enough to remember. The only difference is the actual special rules they have. I wonder if any of those have different stats.
Well, we'll find out in the second video.
Yeah, we'll have to have a look.
But no, that's a very interesting thing. So, what do you reckon so far, then?
Overall, I thought the figures were looking a bit rubbish. They're amazing.
Yeah.
The quality of all components is really good. The simpleness, the way it looks so simple to play, is great. I believe I could sit and play this with you now.
Okay.
Without actually doing much more, I reckon we can muddle through it. Quick look at the rules, but you've got
You've got a really handy summary sheet, which is always really
The
handy.
only negative I have is the tiles. The background to them looks amazing. The quality of them is amazing. The actual art on them is a bit pants.
It's lacking compared to
That looks like it's from Pandemic. Look at it.
I was actually thinking, what's the one with the aliens?
Mars Attacks?
No, it's not that bad.
No. The Cosmic Encounter?
Something like that.
Yeah.
That sort of, top down.
I know what it is. This looks like... Oh, XCOM.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks
This
like
looks
XCOM.
like it's done in like a pastels. These look like they're done in pastels.
They're
Whereas
not as dark,
these look like they've done pen and ink,
and the
as do all the
artwork
bad guys is pen and ink.
look like they've been done in a lot more
Yes,
colours.
whereas this looks much more like they're done in pastels.
They don't look dark and
That-
foreboding compared
yeah.
to, say, the apocalypse.
So as far as criticisms of a game go, if the worst criticism you can give it is the tiles don't quite look as dark and dingy and nasty as I hoped, it's not a massive criticism really, is it?
No.
I'm chuffed to bits with this. I think we'll have a lot of
It's
fun.
not bad at
I
all.
want to play with Carl. He looks great with a werewolf.
Carl.
Carl! Oh no, we still need to be that. Till next time, guys.
Until next time, roll on part 2.